Hi everyone and welcome to Mind the Gap. Today we're gonna talk about something that affects a lot of people, most especially families, than we realize. Today we're gonna talk about mental health. You know, a lot of us, we grew up in homes and communities where certain beliefs about mental health were considered normal or practical. But you know, sometimes the things we say, kahit na hindi natin sinasadya, or kahit na well-intentioned naman, sometimes it causes more harm than help. And the very heart of this podcast is one simple idea na sometimes there's a gap between what we think we know and what's really happening. And understanding those gaps can make us be a help and a support to the people around us. So most especially dun sa mga loved ones natin, di ba? Today, we are joined by someone who has a very big heart for people with mental health concerns. He is a resident counselor and the training department head of Amara Counseling and Training Center. And he has years of experience handling and dealing with people who struggle silently. Please help me welcome Doc Elaine Dizon. Hi, Doc Elaine.
Hello, Jamie. Thank you for having me here.
Doc Elaine, very excited talaga kami to have you here. And sobrang excited kami sa pag-uusapan natin today. Because, you know, Doc, in our time today, di ba, parang ang dami ng mental health advocacies, tapos ang dami na rin, kahit pa paano may awareness na rin yung mga tao about mental health.
It's the beauty of social media.
Yes, pero hindi pa rin natin maikakaila na may mga misconceptions pa rin about it.
Of course.
And that's why we're here. And kailangan po namin ng tulong nyo in debunking those misconceptions or those common beliefs we grew up hearing.
Alright.
So, let's start. So, let's start with something a lot of people say without thinking. Kasi diba, minsan pag may mga young person or young professionals na nagsasabi na they're having a hard time mentally, minsan ang nare-receive nilang response is, bata ka pa para magka-depression. So, ang idea behind this is kung bata ka pa, dapat wala kang problema. So, what do you think about this, Doc?
Of course, this is a normal response for people na hindi gaano educated about different mental health conditions. There are so many factors affecting the mental well-being of people nowadays of all ages. Hindi lang yung may mga edad, even yung mga bata, especially the younger ones. They were born in the world where they're overwhelmed by information through social media and internet.
Yes, it's true.
So it causes them a lot of anxiety. Sometimes they lost their identity in it because there are so many people that they look up to, yung mga pina-follow nila social media. Sometimes it's giving them a hard time to know who they really are. And these factors, not to mention pa yung mga family issues, yung mga experiences ng mga kabataan, these are factors affecting kanilang mental well-being. So for those who are not well-informed about the different factors affecting your personality or your being, ganun naging response, which is not helpful, although common at unhealthy doon sa taong sinasabihan.
So we see, no, na talagang pagdating sa mental health struggle, age doesn't matter din pala.
Yes,
diba?
that's true. I was surprised in my practice na as young as 8 or 9, and then upon talking to the child, meron talagang reason kung bakit nagkakaroon depression yung ganong age. Karamihan mga family issues. At saka yung experience ng bata in school, like yung bullying.
Yes.
That's very, very common. So
yes.
now we cannot say na bata-bata mo pa, dapat wala kang problem. That is not entirely true. So let's avoid po yung ganong mga responses.
And when we dismiss someone because of their age,
may effect din yun.
Yes, we're closing the door into really understanding kung ano ba yung nangyayari sa kanila, no?
Yung ganong response, the person who received the response will feel somehow rejected.
Yes.
So magiging tendency, huwag na ako magsabi. Kasi nobody would believe me. So they will suffer silently. So avoid po natin yung mga ganong response.
Ito naman, Doc, this one is a classic. Kapag may nagsasabi na na-anxious sila or na-overwhelmed sila sa life, minsan ang nare-receive nilang response is, drama lang naman yan eh. So what do you think about this, Doc?
Maraming reason behind that kind of response. Pwedeng una, yung reason dun sa unang myth. Pwedeng hindi rin sila well-informed about different factors affecting the mental well-being of the person. Another reason behind that response is the fear of facing the truth. So pwedeng, ay hindi ko alam kung paano siya tutulungan.
Oh, yeah.
So automatic response natin, drama lang yan. Or the person is looking at the other person's experience through his or her own experience. Tayo po, ang ating pong ginagamit na lens is based on what we know and what we have experienced in our entire existence. However, we need to be sensitive enough to consider ano yung experience ng tao may pinagdadaan ng any kind of challenges in life, including mental health issues. So, doon siya nanggagaling. So, wag po natin again gagawin yung ganong response, yung drama lang yan. Maybe in your world or in your lens, nagdadrama lang, but the truth is we don't know the reason behind why the person is experiencing such issues sa kanyang mental well-being.
Pero napaka-invalidating nung statement na yun.
That's the word, invalidating.
Talagang when you say it to someone, parang it's like you're saying na hindi totoo yung nararamdaman nila.
Exactly. Mga kapatid, ang ating pong emotions ay valid. Regardless kung ano man yan, our emotions are valid. So let's not invalidate feelings.
Okay, let's go to the third one. Meron dito, minsan, di ba, ang sinasabi, especially, this is common, I think, to the family setting, na when someone is coming forward about mental health, minsan ang sinasabi sa kanila, mga baliw lang naman ang kailangan ng therapy. So, what's the truth behind this, Doc?
First and foremost, yung stigma attached to the mental health issues. Kasi pag sinasabing may problema sa utak, automatic ang response nating mga Pilipino ay may problema or baliw nga. We have to remember that the concept of mental health, counseling, psychotherapy, psychiatry is a very Western concept. Very normal sa kanila because their culture is individualistic compared sa ating kulturang mga Pilipino or Asia na we are communal or relational. And we all know that when you're in a good relationship, talagang less yung danger mo to experience mga mental health issues. But we all do experience that in a minimum level siguro or yung sa normal level nating mga Pilipino. However, hindi lang po may mga mental health issue ang nagpapakounsel. Lahat po tayo may mga decisyong ginagawa, may pinagdadaanan tayong mga anxious phases of our lives, mga major decision, like for example, career. Kailangan mo pa-counseling doon para sa career counseling so that you will know ano yung mga best options that you can choose when you are struggling in making decision. Pangalawa, may mga issues na example, may mga issues tayo sa family like parents issues, sa mga kapatid. Sometimes we need someone to have an outside perspective based on your own para yung mga bagay na hindi mo nakikita on the situation, the therapist or the counselor will help you see all this aspect na hindi mo nakikita. So, hindi lang po may mga mental health issues ang nagpapa-counsel or nagsisik ng therapy. All of us can actually benefit from seeking help. Hindi naman ikaw yung tipong kailangan mong mag-go through ng 6 months or 1 year. Yun ang mga para sa mga mental health condition. And we don't use the word baliw or crazy. We just say na merong mga mental health issues or concerns that they are struggling with. Para hindi po stigmatizing and so that we can normalize that it's part of life challenges that actually help us to grow, to become the person that God wants us to be.
So would you say, Doc, na therapy is not the last resort?
Yes, hindi naman therapy. Actually, yun ang last resort na sinasabi ko sa mga tao. Mas maganda if you have a best friend or a person who knows how to listen empathically and who knows how to process your thoughts and your feelings. We call it peer-to-peer counseling. So may different counseling kasi eh. Ngayon, pag merong gano'n, mas maganda. So napaprocess mo yung thoughts and feelings mo. So baliw ka ba nun? Hindi. You're just struggling with certain decisions or issues in your life. Now, kapag hindi kaya ng best friend mo, ng peer-to-peer counseling, at tingin mo talaga it actually interferes your day-to-day functioning, ayun, I would recommend that to seek professional help. So, hindi ibig sabihin ng baliw ka na. Again, let's not use that word. Maybe beyond your capacity to comprehend, beyond your capacity to process yung mga pinagdadaanan mo, then professionals like me are trained to help you out to process these things. So, I would recommend na to seek professional help.
And may nabasa rin ako, Doc, before na parang we should also treat our mental health like our physical health.
Exactly.
So, it's just like going to any other checkups, di ba? Whenever we feel something wrong sa physical body natin, we should go, di ba?
Yes, kapag, like I said, some people are asking, when is the best time to seek professional help? If your issue is interfering with your day-to-day activities and also affecting your relationships. Yun na yun. Pero kung may mga kaibigan ka naman na tingin mo able to help you see other perspective, other view of your issue, then that would be also.
Okay, sige. Doc Alain, meron akong bonus dito na for you. Ito very personal to sa akin, and I think a lot of our listeners in the church setting would relate. Ito, minsan, di ba, when we share to in church or sa mga leaders natin, sa pastors, minsan may marireceive tayo na response na, si Jesus lang naman ang kailangan mo pray ka lang. So we know that faith is really powerful, di ba? Pero when does this become a problem?
Kagaya ng mga dinebunk natin kanina, there's a reason behind that response. Pwedeng the person is, the view niya talaga is, yun lang ang solution, kaya niya nasabi yun, or the person is not well informed again.
Talagang unequipped.
Unequipped, or probably the person is not comfortable to listen. We do not dismiss yung power of prayer or yung ating faith. In fact, I encourage the person, whenever I seek help, about the spirituality without imposing. Kasi ang ating pong approach sa counseling or psychotherapy is holistic. So we also look after the physical to rule out if there are any factors affecting the physical aspect of the person. The cognitive part, yung ating isip, the flow of thoughts and thought patterns, and of course some emotions, and lastly, dapat po yung spiritual aspect of the person. Kasi po, ang goal po ng holistic approach when it comes to counseling is to connect the body, mind, and spirit. Kaya may role talaga ang faith, at hindi naman po, minsan kapag hindi na kailangan noong tao, pag nagsabi sa'yo na meron siyang mental health issue, of course, Jesus can help, yes. But may mga issues na kailangan tayo mag-go through ng mga practical way how to address the issue itself. For example, most people who will disclose or share with you ng kanilang mental health concerns is they just want someone to listen. Okay? So if you can be that person who can listen empathically, then so be it. And if you want to pray for the person, then you can actually make a suggestion or recommendation na can I pray for you, or yun nga, explore mo yung nasaan yung faith niya doon. So hindi natin siya totally dismiss. Most of the time kasi hindi ang tawag dito, hindi yun yung sagot. Okay? And there are people na pag may pinagdadaanan, they actually lose their faith, or sometimes lumalayo sila sa kanilang spiritual aspect of their life. So we need to respect that. So let's be careful when we say na si Jesus lang ang sagot or ipag-pray kita. I know you mean well with those responses. However, that's not what the person needs. I remember all of a sudden that God actually meets us where we are.
Yes, that's true.
So when somebody disclose po sa'yo na meron siyang pinagdadaanan, meet the person where he or where she is. And then listen. I know it's not easy to listen. Just be there. Then don't be afraid kung hindi mo kayang tulungan. Just be honest. Na I'm not sure if I can help you. But you can refer the person to a professional, to seek professional help. So dun palang malaking bagay na pwede mo maitulong. So let's refrain from saying that phrase as a response when somebody discloses na meron siyang issue sa mental health.
And I think ultimately it's not faith versus therapy, no? Pero they can actually go together.
Yes.
You can still go to therapy and still need Jesus, di ba?
Mas maganda nga kasi nga, you take into account every aspect of the person.
So, Doc Elaine, as we close, meron ka bang message to our listeners? If you have one message to our listeners na gusto mong baunin nila, ano yun?
Well, una sa lahat, if you're struggling to understand the person in your life or in your sphere of influence, to understand their mental health conditions, why don't you use the internet or ask a professional to educate yourself about the issues, especially yung mga depression, anxiety. Mas maganda meron kang knowledge about it so that will dictate you how to respond in a healthy way. Next, be a safe person to be with. Just listen, be there. And then sa bahay naman, you can create a safe environment doon sa bata or doon sa tao na nagsastruggle. That's why the whole family must learn also as their way of providing care and love to the person. And of course, do not hesitate to seek professional help. Huwag po kayong matakot. Hindi po mga baliw lang. Again, don't use that word. We use mentally challenged. Ang nagsisik ng professional help. All of us need it. Ako nga, meron akong therapy ng akin eh. And lastly, of course, faith and prayer really works. So, huwag natin kakalimutan yon. That's why it's better na ating approach is not pure psychology or science, also spiritual or holistic yung approach natin. So, those are the practical things I can leave with you guys. So, hopefully, maging helpful po yun sa inyo.
Maraming salamat, Doc Elaine, for being here and for joining the conversation.
It's an honor and a privilege always. So, thank you then, Jamie.
So today, we'll look at 4 common myths about age, about drama, therapy, and even about prayer. And maybe we've said some of these things ourselves before, but now we know better. And the goal isn't to point fingers or shame anyone, but the goal is for us to grow. And the heart of Mind the Gap is to learn how to bridge spaces between what we believe and what people actually need. So kaya naman, laging tandaan, kung hindi aware, huwag i-declare. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Until next time.